Never gonna believe this. There's a new theory on how and where the virus started. Look at this. Newly released genetic data gathered from a live food market in Wuhan linking COVID-19 to raccoon dogs. Further supporting the theory that infected animals sold at the site started the pandemic. Joining me now for more, physician, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and Armed Services Committees, Georgia Congressman Rich McCormick. Doctor, appreciate you being here. You've been on early, even before you were a congressman, talking about the origins of COVID, and I'm just getting in my ear, it was actually the chupacabra who mated with a unicorn that was fed to somebody in a wet market. I mean, like, the theory, did these people think that we're stupid?
Yeah, well, that's exactly the point. These quote-unquote scientists, these virologists, these people from big universities who want to believe something, they're the true deniers. If you want to look at the Democrats right now and all things they're denying, whether we have a banking crisis, whether we have a border crisis, where this virus came from, how we treat it, what they do with our businesses, they are truly deniers. I was asking a scientist in our hearings why he thought that was the most likely case, and he just started spouting some garbage about something that had no substance in science. In other words, if you have this coming from a species, you don't just find it in a wet market, you find it in the wild. It had to come from something that didn't develop in a wet market around people.
Right.
If it came from that species, it came from the wild species that you captured and then fed to people. But they can't find one single animal in the wild that has this virus. So therefore, it doesn't exist in the world outside of the human species, in direct contact with the human species. Therefore, scientifically, it is not even a good theory.
Yeah, sir, I'm an avid hunter. So in Connecticut, the DEEP, which governs our hunting regulations in Connecticut, literally sent us an email saying, like, the deer could have COVID. Be careful if you are hunting these. It's like, what in the world? I don't know if you've had a chance, but I'm sure you've been listening. Former President Donald Trump has released on Truth Social that he may be arrested on Tuesday. Could you imagine this ever happening?
It's a strange series of events when you have a former president announcing he's going to be arrested before the government announces it. And why would they plan such a thing without talking about it? It's just, this is the bizarre circus that we exist in right now in government. Where we can't get straight answers. They're burying their head. They keep on saying, look over here. They're trying to distract us from the things that they're doing and not doing, and horrible things they're doing to our nations by trying to get us distracted with everything. And this would be a huge distraction, obviously, from both our election and from what we need to get done. Well,
that's actually interesting you bring that up, Congressman, because you have the border hearings that no Democrats went to. You have the banking crisis. You have the war in Ukraine. You have former President Donald Trump now potentially being arrested on Tuesday. At some point, to your point, what's on page 2 that's actually the scandal? Is it the fact that Joe Biden and the White House has not cooperated at all with Congress, your folks, to help this investigation move along?
This is my theory all along. The Democrats want to absolutely get us to look the other way, while they don't want us to look at things that they've done that were absolutely wrong. I've been on hearings recently for Afghanistan, the way we withdrew. Absolutely a gut punch for anybody who served over there. I was in there in 2016. We had several members of Congress that were over there. To be betrayed, to see the men and women who come back with missing limbs or friends, and to see the way they did that, to watch how they're handling the border, where we're literally being invaded by millions of people, with fentanyl killing over 100,000 people last year, with child trafficking, with crime, with all the things that are going wrong. They keep on trying to distract us. This would be a huge distraction to what we need to get done, and also a huge distraction to the future election, where President Trump is one of the leading contenders.
The leading contender. Congressman Rich McCormick, doctor, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right.